found in only two places, the anonymous stacks of Widener Library or halfway around the world in his other life as a world junior champion and Olympic figure skater. The split regimen has taken a toll on him.
I had a midterm in Japanese on Friday, and that night I left for the World Championships, and I had 3 days to get used to the time change, which I didn't get used to the time change, and I didn't skate well in the short program, and that was the end of, that was a bad story for this year. And so, the fact that I didn't say no to the midterm was the thing that sort of started the ball rolling and kept me very anxious about it, because I stayed up late, studying for this midterm.
Yeah.
But those are the priorities decisions that I made at that time, and so I think that the ultimate result, the goal of those priorities was exactly what I wanted to do.
But during the brutal balancing act Wylie has been forced to perform, one thing has remained steady: his pureness of movement and his infectious joy on the ice. Some say he is the best in the world at bringing music to life.
And he has wonderful spread eagles, superb split jumps. He does things so well done, and he's also very emotional. He's usually a crowd favorite in terms of, he brings people to their feet and to tears more than almost anybody that we've ever seen.
The elegance and emotion Wylie brings to the sport comes from a lifetime of skating and from an addictive love for the challenges of his daily routine.
I enjoy what I do. I love skating itself, and I think sometimes I wonder, what I'll do when I quit, when I stop skating, and sometimes I don't think I will. Sometimes I think I'll just, continue to skate for fun, for the sheer pleasure of the movement, and it's like a race car driver getting back into his normal car and having to keep it at 55. I don't think you're ever going to lose that desire to move in that with that freedom in that way.
Work on the dreaded triple axel and the burning repetition of skate-specific weight training has an added intensity for Wylie, especially now that Albertville is just around the corner.
Well, I need to land the triple axels. I need to have the content in my program, basically. The programs themselves stand as they are, I think, one or two in the world in terms of how they express the music and, get the audience involved. So artistic impression-wise, I'm all set. But it's the technical merit side that I have to really hone in on, and of course that's the difficult part,
But no matter how much progress he makes before February, his experience at Calgary in '88 has prepared him for the emotional roller coaster of an Olympic fortnight.
I think this time the challenge is going to be more walking into the rink and feeling mastery over everything in an Olympic situation. I think in Calgary I was brand new. It was very overwhelming. It was scary. And I reacted pretty well to the pressure, but it was so big and so much bigger than I guess I'd even imagined. And I allowed it to loom large as well. I think sometimes you just have to block things out and say, okay, I don't care, it's just another competition, I have to do my run through now, and that's that.
While his coaches analyze his progress, Wylie's long uphill fight to get to the top of the podium goes on, without anyone watching or knowing, until the lights come up for Rio, and it's showtime. Opening day in front of a sparse and lifeless crowd. His skating would suffer. A fall after a double axel put him a distant 20th, barely qualifying him for the next day's free skate. On the second day, word had it that Petrenko would run out of gas.